Kiwi FM
102.2 Auckland.
Spida Hunter from ehpfitness.com. He knows a bit about fitness.
Yes, indeed, it is Mr. Spida Hunter. He's back. I think actually this is our first chat for 2011. Spida Hunter, come on in. How you doing?
Hey, brother. Morning.
Morning. It's Spida Hunter joining us. I guess you can't, if you're watching the live video stream, he's using his iPhone this morning, so the camera's sort of pointing away from him, but he's going to take us on a bit of a tour around the gym. And you've been already working out this morning in the gym. You've already had a few classes, haven't you?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we just finished training, so we're just cruising now. We just scrub up soon, and then have a bit of breakfast, mate, and get ready for the day. And
then I guess the day shift comes on in, I suppose. Really, essentially, I mean, you're hardly the day shift. You're like the crack of dawn shift.
I am the everything shift, mate. That's how we are, Wammo. man of many trades.
All right, well, take us around the gym and kind of explain what's there. And I'd especially be interested in some equipment that you may not find in other places as well.
Okay, mate, no worries. We'll do a gym tour and see what handsome devils are floating around as well. So if I'm standing at one end of the gym, I'm just walking backwards. So just out is a big open door. Oh, sorry, Wammo.
Whereabouts in Christchurch is this?
St. Esther Street, Phillipstown.
Okay, yep.
So open up the big door, so we actually get to use the car park and the street as well, because there's no cars around at this time. And then from here, if I face into the gym, you can see that there's a lot of racks and some a carpet area. And then on my, if you're watching this, on the left-hand side of me is a alleyway walkway. So there's a lot of squat racks in here because the culture here is to lift heavy things relative to what you want to achieve.
It doesn't look like the sort of gym where you'd have, I don't know, what are they calling some of these new fandangled classes, the Zumba? It doesn't look like a Zumba gym.
No, mate. Actually, there's no Zumba here. Every now and then we might have a Borat class, but there's no Zumba here.
What's a Borat class?
The Borat class, I might find someone to wear the Borat togs. Have a bit of spandex class, maybe, Wammo. Maybe next time you're in Christchurch and we catch up, I can.
No.
You can take it.
I don't need that at all. All right, okay, continue with the tour, Spida.
Okay, mate. So on down here as well, we've got a selection of kettlebells, which is 4 kg all the way up to 40. And then we've got sleds as well. So you chuck some weight on the sleds where you can drag sleds around, whether it be on the concrete or on the carpet. Medicine balls, which are next to the sleds. We've even got grappling mats here for those that want to have a man cuddle. And then I'm just trying to show you is a squat rack, one of the squat racks here. These squat racks are they're originally made out of getstrength.com out of Auckland. And they're called the Boss Rack. And it's basically where you've got lots of opportunities to put bands around the squats.
Yeah.
Bands around the rack, so it adds tension to squats or chains around. So I'm just trying to find a band. Here's a band up here.
So it's elastic, is it?
Yeah, just a big, thick rubber band.
Yeah.
And you just put it around the rack, and it just adds. I mean, it's probably easier if I was to show you how it works as opposed to explain it, because people can't kind of conceptualize a rubber band. But if I continue walking down, so we've got a good 20 metre space in here. Oops, it's a bit shaky. What most gyms won't have is a cambered bar, which is what you're seeing right now, which is basically a crooked bar for doing exercises like squats and you can't do deadlifts with it, but squats and lunges or good morning type exercises, which we can get visuals of later.
Yeah.
So it's just a crooked bar to change the tension of the load at variable angles. So, for example, if you put your bum down to the floor, there'll be tension at certain levels of that squat.
Yeah.
And the bar emphasises certain angles and depths at which you squat at, where the tension becomes more.
Okay.
And that's a theory behind the bands and chains as well, which we'll get visuals of later.
Yeah.
And then we continue walking through, mate, and we've got our strongman area. So you've got boxes. You can see that there's a barbell with weight on it. Look at that, mate. The most expensive toy in here is a rock.
A massive rock. Okay, so that's just for picking up, chucking
it around somehow, some way. Here's some more stones for you. So these are what's called Atlas stones.
They're the big round. They look like large ball bearings.
Yeah, they're very heavy ball bearings too. So it's basically just a big round stone, and they vary in weight from 90 kgs up to 136 kgs.
And there's a beer keg in the corner.
Yeah, that's filled with water.
Sure,
so
sure it is, Spida. Sure. It's Friday.
Maybe once upon a time it was filled with beer, mate. Maybe Ngahere Gold or something. Yuck. And then we've got cylinders here that which you hold in each hand and walk with that.
So they look like big NO2 cylinders.
Yeah, so the easiest way to explain it to people, it's like an air tank, a large version, or a welding tank for gas cylinder.
Okay.
And we do these welded handles on each one, and you hold one in each hand.
So I'm really getting the impression that this is a really unconventional gym.
Yeah, well, there's definitely unconventional parts to it, Wammo. Like, as you can see now, we've even got a old school heater radiator. A bunch of chains on the floor, some logs here, which you'll be able to see in a tick. So.
And we're talking actual logs.
Actual logs that have been cut holes in them and some handles have been put in the middle of them, so we can lift the logs above our heads or up to your chest, so it's just an actual log.
Wow, that's rather extraordinary. So that's the strongman corner, which I'd imagine that's where you spend most of your time, right, Spida?
Oh, mate, on radio I do. In reality, might not. And then we've got the powerlifting area. So the powerlifters use the squat cages, which we've shown before from Get Strength. And then there's the bench presses. So this is a strongman powerlifting area. And then can you scoot to the right to the other side of the gym where you're going to interrupt some people doing some exercise? Where the super athletes are.
Yeah.
There's the super athletes, mate. They're doing bicep curls, but they're pretending to be doing something else. So if I face to my left again, we're in another area. We've got the Olympic lifting area where Lee takes the Olympic lifters.
Oh, wow. So there are actually, when you say Olympic lifting, that's a type of lifting, isn't it? It's not necessarily people who are going to the Olympics.
No, it's a form of lifting that you go to the Commonwealth Games or the Olympics.
Sure.
That's where you get the big fat guys throwing a lot of weight above their head. And that's one part, and then the half a part is what you'd see in most traditional gyms, mate, the junk.
Now that's the sort of the traditional sort of what you got. Have you got a rowing machine in there at all?
No, there's no. We actually just got 2 bikes actually, so they're going to be probably the most expensive. No, they won't be the most expensive things in here, but they're the flashiest looking things. Oops. Yeah. Is the 2 bikes that we've just acquired. So, but here is the commercial side. Dumbbells in the corner there, leg presses, leg extensions.
Oh yeah.
And what probably gyms won't have is a reverse hyper. It's called a reverse hyper, which you're seeing now. And then a glute ham raise as well, which most gyms won't have.
Yeah.
Which I'm waiting for Super Athlete to start. Here we go.
So
you get an actual visual.
So I think the place where I would be most comfortable in the gym there would be the beginning of the tour, the entrance, or otherwise known as the exit point of the gym. That's the place probably where you find me hanging out.
Yeah, mate, that's where you find me hanging out too, mostly. I'm on the unconventional side.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Spida, for taking us around the tour. Exactly, where's the gym once again?
Eastside Barbell, bro, on 495 St. Asaph Street in Phillipstown, just opposite Chewham. So it's right next to Chewham Street, Phillipstown there.
Cool. So obviously a place to go if you're looking for something a little bit more on the unconventional side. If you want to find Spida hanging out as well. Spida, we'll talk to you next week.
Awesome, bro. Thank you.
And of course, ehpfitness.com. Here's a track from Hori Buzz. This is called Turn Around. Hey, we're staring into the night sky. Dylan Story going to be joining us soon-ish, and also headlines up next.